come on in.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Hi, Mr. Stalker, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good. What would you like me to call you?
You call me Jordan.
Okay. So, Jordan, my name is Lexie Madonia.
Nice to meet
I
you.
am studying to become a dietitian, so
Okay.
thank you so much for participating in this program.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me.
It's super nice outside.
I know, it's very nice.
I can't believe it's late November already.
I know, it's crazy.
And it seems like it's spring.
I know, it's very nice out.
So this past weekend was Thanksgiving. Did you do anything fun?
Nothing crazy. Just went to family and stuff, and didn't go anywhere special, but went down and visited my dad's side, and so yeah, it was nice. Did you do anything crazy?
Not really, about the same thing. I
Yeah.
went to visit my family in St. Louis, so
Yeah.
it's a good time. We had a lot of good food.
Mm-hmm.
What was
Awesome.
your favorite thing you ate?
I don't know. It's hard to say. I'd say probably pumpkin pie. I know I probably shouldn't be telling you that, but yeah, that's probably my favorite thing. What
It's
about
a
you?
good thing to have a treat every once in a while. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm a big potato fan, so
Right.
I don't eat a whole lot of potatoes all the time, but
Uh-huh.
got to indulge that one day.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay, so why are you here?
So basically, well, obviously I bought pumpkin pie and stuff, but basically, I like to work out and stuff, and I just feel like once winter comes around, I like to kind of eat a little more around this time and put on some muscle, but I just feel like I'm not really eating healthy enough
Okay.
or a sufficient amount, and when I do eat, when I do get enough food in during the day, I just feel like I'm not eating the right foods. I feel like I'm eating a lot of junk, and
To put on that weight.
yeah, and I just feel like I'm not putting on a lot of healthy weight. It's a lot more of just a lot of fat, and so I'm just kind of looking for just some advice on what to eat and different healthy options and stuff like that.
Okay, perfect. So you like to weightlift or work out a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and so in the winter I've heard of bulking season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
basically.
you want to put on some weight so you can gain more muscle.
Mhm.
And you have been resorting to like the higher calorie foods,
Mhm.
high fat, just to get it on there.
Yeah.
And you would a healthier options.
Yeah, if I feel like if I don't eat enough, I'll just kind of start, not binge eating, but just kind of eat random foods and
Snacking a lot.
yeah, and I'm not really paying enough attention to what exactly I'm putting in my body. So I think I definitely need help with that.
All right. So what do you plan on getting out of our session? Just healthier options or like?
Yeah, healthier options. I still want to put on weight, just not as quickly. I felt like last year I put on like probably close to 15 pounds in like a few months period, which I feel like isn't the best, especially when a lot of it was fat.
Okay.
So I still want to put on weight, but I just want to know what you think about different healthy options and different alternatives to what I'm eating now.
Right, there's definitely a better way to go about things, and eating processed foods and
Mm-hmm.
fast food and things like that.
Mhm.
But okay, so basically what I'm going to do today is I'm going to help you reach a goal, a
Okay.
measurable goal that is attainable and not just like out of the park.
Mhm.
I'll give you some advice and we can decide on one together.
Okay, awesome.
All right, can I start off with your height and weight, please?
Yeah, I'm probably about I'd say 185 right now.
Okay.
And I'm 5'10"ish, 5'11".
So 5'10" and a half. All right, and are you taking any medications?
No, not currently. I take like a multivitamin.
Multivitamin? How about
Just,
any supplements?
yeah, I take protein powder, and that's about it right now.
Protein?
Actually. Yep.
And do you do that after you work out or as a meal replacement?
I'd say more meal replacement. I actually usually do it at night before I go to bed, just to have some protein.
So more of like a
before bed.
snack then.
Yeah, it's just or like a snack / fourth mealish.
Okay. Awesome. Do you have any medical history?
Not that I know of. I would say, the cancer obviously runs in the family a little bit.
Oh, in the family. Okay.
Yeah, and then.
What kind of cancer?
My grandma had ovarian cancer,
Okay.
which obviously I don't think really relates to me, but and then my grandpa, I believe it was stomach cancer he had, but that was a while ago. So I don't really know if that's running in the family, but they both had cancer, and then my parents both have high blood pressure.
Okay. Have you ever had high blood pressure yourself?
Yeah, a few years back, I went to the doctor, and it wasn't crazy high, but it was higher than the average person my age, and he just recommended getting off some supplements. I was taking creatine at the time, and he said take a break from that, and I haven't taken it since.
Okay.
But I haven't really checked up regularly either.
So you haven't been back since then?
No, I mean I've checked it since then, and it's not as high as it was, but I haven't checked it regularly. So.
Okay. And you are off the creatine now?
Yeah, I am.
Creatine. Okay. So what do you do? What's your job? Are you a student?
I'm a student right now
Okay.
at Illinois State.
So do you live in the dorms? Do you have an apartment, a house? What are you guys?
Yeah, I have an apartment right now. This is my last year in an apartment.
And how many people do you live with?
Three other guys.
The other guys?
Mm-hmm.
Did you meet them at school, or were they from home?
No, I met them all at school.
Oh, cool. How did you meet them?
We were all in the same fraternity my freshman year. Yeah. So one of them was on the same floor as my dorm room my freshman year. So I got to know him pretty well, and then the rest of them I met in my fraternity. So.
I hear that's a really great way of meeting people, especially if you
Yeah.
don't know anyone at school.
Yeah, it's fun.
Awesome. So how often do you work out, say in a week?
I'd say probably 5 or 6 times a week. Usually a day or two off here or there. But for the most part, I'd say at least 5, if not 6 days a week.
Are you weightlifting? I know you mentioned that. Do you do any cardio or stretching?
Not as much stretching as I should do. I do a little bit of stretching before I lift. But I'd say majority weightlifting, and then occasionally I'll run here or there. But for the most part, I'm weightlifting.
Yeah, I feel like we could all do a little more stretching than we do.
Mm-hmm, that's true.
It's really underrated, honestly.
Uh-huh.
Okay, how would you describe your appetite?
I would say it's higher when I'd say it's higher like when I'm working out, obviously.
Okay.
Right now it's pretty high. I get hungry pretty easily. I'd say the mornings are probably when I'm least hungry. I wake up and I don't really want to eat, but I kind of force myself to in a way just to get a meal in.
So you do find it hard to eat in the morning?
I mean, not necessarily hard, but I definitely don't wake up like starving. I'm hungry I get hungrier as the day goes on.
But you still eat in the morning?
Yeah, for the most part, yeah.
Okay.
Unless I have like an early class, I won't always wake up early to make food, but I'll try to get something in before class.
Okay, so you never usually have a loss of appetite or anything like that?
No, not really. Okay. Just like I said, just in the mornings I'm not as hungry, but I get hungrier as the day goes on, so I don't lose my appetite normally.
So going with that, thinking back to yesterday, was that a typical day for eating?
Yesterday?
Probably not.
No, probably not. Yeah, it was a Sunday.
Holidays.
It was, and I just, holiday season didn't eat the best, and over the weekend I kind of slacked, and you wake up later than usual and stuff. So no, I wouldn't say yesterday was. Okay, so
thinking back to a typical day, maybe a day that you have school and other things,
mm-hmm.
Could you take me through that day? Explain to me maybe a Monday.
Okay.
And your activities and what time you eat and stuff like that. So starting at the very beginning of the day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Mondays I usually wake up. I have class at 9:35. So I usually wake up around a little before 9. What's
the first thing that you would eat?
I think I would probably wake up a little before 9, and I'll eat something like eggs with I'll probably 2 whole eggs with some egg whites, and then a bagel or oatmeal, and then just water or something. and that's usually what I have for breakfast. And then I'll have class, come back around 11:30ish, and I'll probably have lunch around 12, and usually do something like ground turkey and rice, or something with some kind of meat, maybe chicken and rice, and then go to class at 3:35, and then after that I usually have a snack right before class actually, maybe like a protein bar or something quick, because then I usually work out right after class at around 5, and then get back around 6:30ish, get some food, and dinner kind of depends. It's usually either rice again, and then some kind of meat, maybe some ground or red meat or something, maybe some chicken. And then from there, it kind of just depends. That's probably where it goes downhill. I just kind of snack as the night goes on.
Calories in as
yeah,
possible.
And I procrastinate doing homework, so I'll eat instead. And then between there, I'll usually have a protein shake at night. But it varies. I could have pretzels. I can have goldfish. I mean, it just kind of
Foods.
Yeah, just random stuff throughout the night. So that's probably where I fall off. But that's a typical day of eating.
Okay.
So that's kind of where I feel like I don't really eat enough for the best. So.
Okay. So looking back at your breakfast, you say you eat 2 eggs and egg whites usually.
Mm-hmm.
Do you use anything to cook those, like any oil or butter, salt, seasonings?
I might use, maybe olive oil. Okay. If I don't have olive oil, I might use like a Pam or something, which I know is probably not the best option. Yeah, which I know probably is not the best, but if I don't have anything else, I'll use something to help it not stick. Then I usually season it with pepper, maybe like garlic salt or something.
Okay.
And then I usually put on, if I just eat the eggs plain, I'll put on kind of like hot sauce or something too, just to give it some flavor.
Right. And then how about your bagel? Do you put anything on that, or do you eat it plain?
It depends. Sometimes I'll do like peanut butter. Sometimes I'll do cream cheese, but normally I'll put one of the two on there.
How much do you say you would put on there? Like judging, would you just put a thin layer on, or kind of load it up?
Peanut butter, I probably load it up more so,
okay.
But I'm usually more conscious about cream cheese. I usually don't put as much cream cheese on there.
Perfect.
Just like little layer.
All right. And how about your oatmeal? Do you put anything in that?
Yeah, I usually put like cinnamon, and then maybe peanut butter or something, just to kind of give it some flavor and consistency, but I don't usually put too much in there.
All right. So, ground turkey and chicken and rice for lunch usually. Mm-hmm. Do you season that with anything? Base sauces?
Yeah, probably hot sauce again. I use a lot of more hot sauce than I should, but I usually if I make my ground turkey, I'll usually season that with salt and pepper or some kind of seasoning, but not a crazy amount by any means.
And then probably the same for the dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Normally I'll do same thing, or I'll go to like Waterson and get a box because I've got a meal plan.
Okay. What do you typically get at Waterson?
Like I said, usually it's usually like the chicken or rice, but sometimes I might get, if they've got something different, pork or something, I might get that too, or chicken legs or something. But normally I try to keep it healthier, on the healthier side, but sometimes I will get something like a chicken sandwich or something if I can't find something to eat, or even like pasta, which I know probably can be very dense and have a lot of calories and stuff, but
yeah, I guess it depends what you're putting on it too.
Mm-hmm. I also don't really know what they put on it either.
That brings me to my next question. How often do you eat at Waterson, would you say?
Now I'm kind of getting to a point where I have a lot of meals left, so I'll probably be going there a lot more often. Towards the end of the semester, that's kind of how it goes for me. but I'd say twice, maybe 3 times a week, and it's usually for dinner, just because I don't feel like making something once I'm finished working out.
Right, especially with being in college. What grade are you in?
I'm a senior.
Oh, yeah, that explains it. Leaves a lot of time.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so going back to, you say you eat 2 to 3 times at Watterson. So when you do make your own food, or when you do eat outside of Watterson, do you make your own food, or does a roommate make it?
I usually make my own food outside of Watterson.
Okay.
Excuse me. Occasionally, someone might make food, and they'll say, have at it. But for the most part, I say I make my own food majority of the time.
So you know what's going into it.
Yeah.
Where do you tend to shop?
Normally Aldi, just because it's cheap.
Right.
Occasionally I'll shop at Walmart too. It seems like Aldi's prices are going up, so it's not really much of a difference from Walmart. But I would say majority of the time I go to Aldi.
That's very smart.
Thank you.
Give me 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So when you're eating, do you ever eat while you're in the car or watching TV? Maybe doing homework like you mentioned earlier?
Yeah, I would say I don't usually eat in the car that often, just because if I am in the car, it's a short ride to either the grocery store or to class, so I don't really usually eat in the car. But homework's probably my biggest time when I eat. If I'm doing homework at night, I'll just snack as I'm doing homework. But other than that, I'd say probably the main thing I'm doing is homework, or I'll watch videos or something online, but or on YouTube or something. But I would say probably homework's the biggest time that I eat.
Okay. What do you usually eat? Just snacking like the late at night thing?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I just snack on random stuff and whatever I can find, really. Whatever's easily accessible.
Do you eat out often besides Watterson, like restaurants?
I don't know if I'd say often. A decent amount. Maybe I probably eat Chipotle more than I should, but usually probably at least once a week, maybe twice. Other than that, it just kind of depends here or there. I might go out one or 2 other times a week, but I usually try to watch what I eat.
Okay.
For the most part, I would say that might be a lie. I might eat bad when I go out. Not necessarily bad, but I definitely don't watch what I eat as much as I should when I go out.
Chipotle is a favorite of yours?
Yeah.
What do you usually get? A burrito, a bowl?
I usually get a bowl,
Okay.
and I'll do the white, whatever is the cilantro, lime, rice, and then chicken, and just salsa and some vegetables, and then occasionally like lettuce, sometimes a little bit of cheese, but I usually try to keep it somewhat healthy. And then occasionally I'll binge and I'll get chips and guac or something.
Well, typically it sounds like you go for the healthier option at Chipotle, which isn't everyone's choice.
Yeah.
So that's good for you.
But I feel like this time of year I always kind of give myself the excuse that it's okay, I can get chips and guac, and I know.
Because it's bulking season.
Well, yeah, exactly. But that's probably something I need help straying away from.
It's okay. So you said that you have 3 roommates, correct? Do they eat healthy, or do they tend to have a lot more snacks and stuff?
Yeah, so one of my roommates who I work out with, he usually does pretty well with eating. And we usually kind of eat the same stuff and make the same foods and whatnot. But one of my other roommates probably doesn't eat that well, and then another roommate I have just really doesn't eat much at all.
So it just kind of varies.
Yeah, so it kind of varies among each person in the apartment.
So it's nice that you have one of your workout buddies living with you.
Yeah.
You can stay motivated together and eat healthy.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to. Have you ever heard of the My Plate?
Not.
All right. Have you ever heard of the food pyramid?
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, this is the updated form of the food pyramid.
Okay.
They changed to the My Plate because this is a little more easier to understand for people, because it sets up a plate and what it should look like during a meal.
Okay.
So for like dinner, this is what your plate should look like. You should have half of your plate should be fruits and vegetables, and the other half should be grains and protein with a side of dairy.
Okay.
So looking at this, going back to say your dinner, what do you think that you're missing? Or is there anything you'd like to improve on?
I would say like dinner, I probably never eat fruit for dinner, and occasionally I'll get like a salad or something. But I would say fruits and vegetables are my biggest thing. I mean, I always usually get my grains and proteins in, but I would say fruits and vegetables are definitely my weakest point there.
Okay, I would agree with you on that. I think that based on what you told me, at least, that you don't really eat that many fruits or vegetables.
Yeah, I definitely lack there.
You get plenty of protein and grains, it seems like, with your rice and ground turkey, and maybe some dairy also. Is there any dairy that you do consume that you just kind of forgot to say, or?
Occasionally I'll have like Greek yogurt. I don't know if that counts as dairy.
Yeah, definitely, and protein. So.
Yeah, and then if I make like a protein shake, I'll use like almond milk or something.
Okay, so you do get some.
Yeah, I get some. Definitely some dairy during the day.
Okay. So, based on this, do you have any, like, are you wanting to increase these, or are you?
Yeah, I think I should definitely increase my fruits and vegetables. I don't really know exactly how they'll be beneficial, but I think that I'll feel better during this season too. I feel like when I start putting on more unhealthy weight, I feel a little bit more sluggish, and I think if I had fruits and vegetables in my diet, I'd feel a little bit better.
There are a ton of benefits to eating fruits and vegetables, as you probably know. You might not all know them specifically, but excuse me. The typical adult should get 4 to 5 servings of fruit and vegetables each day, just because there is such a wide variety of them, and all the colors, they each have their own significant value to you. So they have all the vitamins and minerals and different chemicals that help your body function well. And they also, like you said, would help with your immune system, especially during the winter.
Yeah.
So I do think it would be beneficial to you if you would try to increase some of those.
Okay.
And like you said, if you make a smoothie, you can just throw some in there. That might be a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay. So you want to increase fruits and vegetables. And then, is there anything else?
Well, I like the smoothie idea. I just feel like I occasionally eat my fruits and vegetables, but I just feel like I just kind of get tired of just eating and just eating plain fruit and plain vegetables all at once. I feel like I need to come up with better ways to get those in.
Okay. So it's not that you don't like fruits and vegetables.
Yeah, I don't dislike. I would say vegetables are not my favorite, but I do enjoy fruit. I just need to find better ways to get them in during the day. And like you said, I think smoothies would definitely help. Other than that, I feel like I do eat a lot of sodium too. Like when it comes to, I don't put a lot of salt and stuff in when I'm making it, but I feel like adding hot sauce and stuff, and I can definitely.
You're ahead of the game. I was gonna address that also. I mean, hot sauce is fine, but you gotta watch just a little bit because those tend to be a lot higher in sodium than you may think they are.
Yeah.
So that's another thing I keep my eye on.
Okay.
They also have like low sodium options as well if you're not ready to entirely cut back on them.
Yeah.
Or just lower portions in general.
Okay. Is sodium like bad? Is it?
I mean, everyone needs sodium, but going back to if you have history of like high blood pressure and stuff like that, I would try to avoid that as much as possible, like high levels of it.
Okay.
But sodium is like it's hard to avoid, obviously.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Also, since you like to eat while doing homework, I had an idea that maybe instead of snacking on some like chips or something, you could always snack on fruits and vegetables, like some carrots or something, because you can never get too many fruits and vegetables. And like I said, you might be a little under what you want to be getting in a day, so that would be a good alternative.
Okay.
And like I said, you can't eat too many of them.
Yeah. It makes sense.
Okay, so if I were to draw you a picture of a ruler from 0 to 10, 0 being not ready at all, and 10 being as ready as possible, what would you say you are on your readiness to change, to incorporate more fruits and vegetables?
I would say 8 or 9. I'm definitely.
Okay.
I would say I have, like I said, fruits aren't my favorite, or vegetables aren't my favorite thing to eat, but I would definitely be willing to change if it's going to help me feel better and, overall just make me a healthier individual.
So you find it pretty important.
Yeah.
So what would you rank it on an importance scale that you change?
1 through 10.
Yeah.
Probably a 9 or a 10.
Okay.
I definitely think I need to change my changes. Yeah.
So does that mean are you confident that you will be able to change? Or,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. It'll be difficult, but
Pretty confident that you're pretty dedicated at this point.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Jordan, honestly, you do a really great job with eating compared to a lot of people, especially in college, because I know it's really tough with, like, having such a busy schedule and not having all the money in the world. And I think that the fact that you go shop at Aldi instead of one of the more expensive grocery stores is definitely a good idea, so that you can get more variety in your more things for less money.
Okay.
And also, you seem to be getting healthier foods, and you don't eat a lot of takeout or junk food. I mean, every once in a while, obviously, you gotta splurge and stuff. So
Yeah.
I applaud you on that.
Thank you.
A good job. And I kind of see you as being like a little fitness guru, so I feel like you know some at least.
Yeah.
You're not totally blind to the fact. So what we talked about was that you want to increase your fruits and vegetables and maybe some dairy because you are trying to gain weight during the winter, but in a healthier way than usual.
Yes.
Okay, great. Give me 1 second.
So do you have any recommendations for like dairy? Like whether healthy or I mean, obviously I think Greek yogurt's
Greek
fine.
yogurt. Are you lactose intolerant at all or anything like that?
Not that I know of.
Okay. And you said you had almond milk. Do you not like milk? Because I think that would be a good way to incorporate into your smoothie if you're already using almond milk.
Okay. No,
Maybe
yeah,
like
I don't
fat.
dislike regular milk. I just get almond milk just because I feel
Okay.
like it's usually the healthier option. But I wasn't really sure.
Okay. Yeah. Almond milk, it has like less stuff in it, but if you're not lactose intolerant, I would recommend maybe trying a little bit of milk if you're not opposed to it. There's cottage cheese.
Okay.
There's low-fat cheeses like mozzarella. There's stuff that you can add to stuff.
Okay.
Yogurt is definitely a good thing. I'm glad to hear that you eat Greek yogurt. Maybe just like use that as a snack more often.
Okay.
But it seems to me that you're not totally malnourished from it. Okay. So you want to increase fruits and vegetables, and then there's dairy. So let's go through a process to set a goal. So like I talked about earlier, we're going to set a goal for the next time we meet, if you're willing to do so. Something that's attainable, not too out of reach, something that we can measure and by the next time we meet.
Yeah.
So do you have any ideas on goal setting?
I would say fruits and vegetables, maybe just at least incorporating them a couple times a day into my meals and stuff.
2 times a day, you mean?
Yeah. Does
Okay.
that work?
Yeah, a specific goal. So like just.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. So I'd
2
say 2 times a day, whether it's whatever meal, 2 different meals or something. 2 to 3 times, and then maybe another serving of dairy, maybe a glass or 2 of milk or something, and then maybe cut the hot sauce down with the sodium to 1 meal a day.
1 meal a day?
Does that work?
This is your goal. So.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do 1 meal a day instead of 2 or 3.
Okay, so let's break them down a little bit smaller.
Okay.
Fruits and vegetables let's think of like specific ideas that we can incorporate into a meal.
I like the smoothie idea. I think
Okay.
that's a good idea. You can get a lot of different fruits and vegetables into a smoothie.
You can definitely add some. I don't know if we mentioned it before, but like spinach too. Like it's great in there because you can't really taste it.
Yeah, that's a good idea. So yeah, I'll do that, and then maybe some fruit or something. Maybe some fruit before I work out.
Okay.
And then just instead of instead of like maybe like a protein bar or something that's sugary, maybe that instead.
Okay.
And then vegetables, maybe I could do, like you said, snacking on like carrots or something.
Yeah.
I do it like carrots, so I could do that instead of pretzels or whatever, doing homework. And then vegetables, maybe like a salad as well for dinner, like make it like a
Mm-hmm. Just be careful with the dressings there.
Yeah.
Some tend to be a lot higher in fat than you would think. But
Okay. I'll definitely watch for that.
okay, so what we have. Just one more time, just so that we know. I'm going to write them down as you say them. What are your goals?
Okay. So a daily smoothie.
Okay.
With fruits and vegetables incorporated in that. Spinach, like you said, would be a good option. And then 2 more servings. Let's say 2 more servings of dairy, milk or cottage cheese or something. And then cut down to just 1 meal with hot sauce to lower the sodium.
Okay, I think those goals sound pretty attainable to me, and I think you could definitely do it if you are motivated enough to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It might be a little hard at first, obviously, but that's with any change.
Mm-hmm.
I have a great way. Have you ever heard of MyFitnessPal or Super Tracker?
Yeah, I've heard of them before. I've never used them, but I've heard of them.
If you're willing to, I think they're a great way to track, especially if you're looking to like put on some extra weight for muscle and stuff to track your calorie intake. MyFitnessPal is one that I use, and it's just an app that you can download and you can put in your food and all the servings, so you know exactly how much you're really getting.
Okay.
And it like will break down like how much sodium you're getting, how many calories, fat, anything like that.
Okay. Yeah, I'll
So I
definitely
think
look
that's
into
a great thing to do. Okay. And if not, you can always like make a journal with just like pen and paper. That's a good thing also.
Okay.
Okay, but like I said before, I think you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
I've definitely seen a lot worse, so.
Okay, great. I'm
But,
glad to hear that.
You're a healthy individual, it seems that way.
Mm-hmm.
Take part in a lot of physical activity, stuff like that. Great, so I'm just going to summarize one more time,
Okay.
just for me and you, so that you leave knowing that
What I
we
need to
talked
do.
about everything that you want to talk about.
Okay.
All right, so we begin by saying that you like to work out, and during the winter that you like to put on extra pounds, or to gain more muscle, sorry.
Okay.
And you tend to usually eat like higher calorie foods with fat and processed stuff.
Yes.
And you'd like to find a healthier way to do that. Okay, so then we talked about increasing your fruits and vegetables by having a daily smoothie, maybe 2 more servings a day of dairy, and cutting down on hot sauce. Also, maybe snacking on some carrots or something like that instead of snacking on pretzels or chips during homework.
That's a good idea.
Okay, so did I miss anything?
No, I think you got it all.
Okay.
Yeah,
Do you
covered
have any
everything good.
other questions?
No, I think that's it.
Awesome.
Pretty much covered everything.
Perfect. So would you be willing to meet again?
Yeah, definitely.
Like go back on your see if you meet any, if you met any goals or anything that way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
So when would work for you? I would say probably within the next 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah, that's fine. I can do a couple months or a month or so.
Okay. Well, I'll give you my card and I'll give you my contact information. So whenever you want to meet, just let me know.
Okay.
Okay, well, if that's it, I'm just going to send you home with some flyers
Okay.
or handouts. I'm going to send you home with a handout of the My Plate.
Okay.
So that might help you structure your plate at night and during the day, whatever.
Yeah.
Also, here's a handout on 6 different ways that you can be healthier. It just has to do with like water intake, sleeping, get enough exercise, that kind of stuff.
Oh, well,
And
awesome.
thank you so much for coming in
Yeah,
and
thanks for
participating
having
in
me.
our program.
thanks. Appreciate
Have a
it.
great rest of your day.
Thank you, you too.